Men, what TV shows have you been watching recently? Just finished rewatching Person of Interest. Wrapping up Mentalist again. I generally juggle at least 2 to 3 shows at a time, and actually about to start up Burn Notice once again. Waiting for this season of anime to drop a few more episodes of a few shows before I get into that goodness. Carnival Row. I saw S1 when it first came out and loved it, so rewatching that before watching S2, which apparently isn't that great, and The Sandman, which is really good too. About to watch season 2 of Ted Lasso with my wife. I know it's a show, but seeing how his optimism is infectious and brightens the day for others, it makes me want to be more positive in my interactions with others. Also watching the new season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'm watching the original Addams Family series on Freevee and again marveling at how sexy Morticia https://theworldesthegeekblog. Files. WordPress. com/2019/08/74F7531227B0D3DD2 say 2680241B7171DB. JPG. W equals 640, is in that series. I remembered watching it when I was a kid. What's weird is I've never been attracted to goth girls. And, Carolyn Jones https://static. Wikia. Nakuki. net/batman/images/a/a3/Carolyn_Jones. JPG/revision/latest. CB equals 202107020400009. Who plays the role does zero for me unless she's in the costume. Character. I'm buying my wife the dress and long black wig for Halloween. Does anybody else think it is normal to pee in the shower while you and your so are showering together? It's funny to mark your territory that way. If it's your so, you should be comfortable enough, and who's going to get out of the shower to piss? It's all pipes. Yes. It's gross and abnormal to have someone splash pee on you while in the shower. Ew. No. I actually think this is gross. My spouse and I don't even pee in the toilet in front of each other. I thinks it's super trashy to pee in the shower. It's beyond trashy to do it with someone in there with you. You're not going to get an accurate answer, considering the upvotes and downvotes will depend not just on people's opinions, but on whether they actually read the explanation or just the title. I think it's definitely okay when you're showering alone, but whenever I'm showering with my so I either pee in the toilet or wait till Hess out of the shower. It's normal for me to pee in the toilet while Hess brushing his teeth or washing his hands in the bathroom though. We aren't shy or uncomfortable with that. They devolve every time they eat popcorn? Yeah, I pretty much just take a giant handful and mash it against my open mouth, hoping for the best. Picking the crumbs out of my cleavage is part of the ritual. I am simultaneously a young girl in 1750 gaining the trust of a wild horse with small treats, and the horse eating out of her hand. I don't even pretend to be civilized. Just start with handfuls. No. Not just you. Popcorn is addictive as hell, ha. I'm the same. Every time we order it at the pub, 1 bowl turns into 4 as we all ravage it. I'm the opposite. I'll start out eating a normal amount and then I get fascinated by it and start savoring each popcorn, letting it melt on my tongue or biting it down to a perfect sphere. It's like I turn into a child and gotta play with it. What does morality have to do with sex? Because the Bible says so. Because it just feels wrong in the gut. It's like, would you fuck your sibling if you both are adults and both are willing and use protection? Of course not. It just feels wrong. So having casual sex feels wrong. In the absence of religion. Nothing. It's just a church thing. They don't want you out having sex. They want you in church. So sex is bad. If you have it, you need more church. Being sexually promiscuous is considered a lack of self-respect, self-debasement, and an abuse of the sexual faculties. It reduces the dignity of the person by squandering something special to be shared with a life partner in marriage. Sex is equally for pleasure as well as reproduction, and therefore needs to be kept within the relationship of a married couple, the ideal situation for which to raise children. That is basically how morality relates to sex. Your online friend's morality has been skewed by religious ideology rather than fact on life itself. Don't let them influence your values or moral compass. You wouldn't believe them if they were spouting Islamic law. So don't worry about their Christian crap either. Morality has nothing to do with sex if you are not hurting anyone. That is their baggage, not yours. People as a whole are happier and safer where you are than in most of the world, precisely because of the separation of church and state and society, allowing its people to follow their beliefs rather than forcing a moral compass on them. How I see it. At least. I'm in the US and atheistic. There are long-standing taboos here around sex. But really it's in the conservative population. There is no morality in sex unless you are applying religious moralities. In the end. Unless they are participating. It's not their business on what you or others do. Just make sure it's consensual. What should I say when I'm about to finish? And here comes the dynamite. It depends on where you live. The English say by Jove. I do believe I'm about to ejaculate. For guys. Where do you want my dick snot? Got something new for yo punk ass. In your best announcer voice. Say, next stop. Ejaculation station. Yeehaw, and wave your cowboy hat around your head. Surprise. Motherfucker. Farley 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 farley. Hoo-fi error. So long. And thanks for all the fish. I usually try a little warning. So the other person and I can finish somewhat near each other and no one gets extra sensitive. Goodness gracious, I believe I am arriving. You're a wizard, Harry, quickly followed by Expelliarmus. Just say it like it is. Like you're so hot. I am about to come. Ask her to do an impression of a pirate. No doubt she will be confused. Then proceed to come in her eye and stamp on her foot. She will hop about on one foot, covering her eye, shouting egg hh. Thank you for writing Uber. Please rate me 5 stars on the app.